This flow is designed for when you're feeling really anxious or overwhelmed, to help subside that, help you feel nice and grounded and centered. So go ahead and lie down on your back. We'll start off in a reclined position today, making your way all the way down, and just bring your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees fall into touch. So we'll find our TP pose with our legs. You can face your palms to the ceiling here for receiving, or perhaps you'd like to place them down onto the ground here just to help you feel a little more grounded. Close down the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Starting to journey inwards. Beginning to notice your breath. Often when we're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, it's our inhale breath that becomes shorter and shallow. So we'll try here to slow down our inhale breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing all the way down to the depths of your belly. And exhaling out your nose here as well. Seeing if you can lengthen and deepen your breaths. Sometimes having a busy mind, it can be helpful here to have counts with your breath. So if you're coming with me, we'll breathe into the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Out to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Out to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And just continuing with these slow, deep breaths. And now also bringing our awareness to any sensations in the body here. Feeling your mat against your spine, against your glutes. Let your pelvis spread evenly onto your mat. Let it ground down. Any tension, just let it melt away as you become one with your mat here. Feeling that sinking heaviness of the pelvis, the middle back, the upper back, shoulders roll down away from the ears as the shoulder blades melt down. Breathe space and relaxation into your thumbs, your index fingers, your middle fingers, your ring fingers, and your pinky fingers. Let your jaw relax, your tongue relax, your cheekbones relax. Breathe space into your forehead, your eyebrows. See if you can let every inch of your skin feel a little heavier and let it just sink down. We'll walk our feet in to touch in the middle of our mat and let your knees open wide here. So we're finding our Supta Baddha Konasana. Again, noticing sensation in the body, keeping those breaths deep and slow, in and out through the nose to help tap into our parasympathetic nervous system here. This flow will be quite slow and grounding, so we'll be staying quite low down to our mat here with a couple of standing postures that are quite centering and grounding. And let's all come to the mantra here of I am calm and I am grounded. If there's another mantra you prefer to come back to throughout your practice, such as I am safe, or I am enough, or I am at peace, you can choose that now. Don't overthink it, but whatever mantra comes to you first, just stick with that one. Our words are so powerful. So just quietly repeating that phrase to yourself, maybe out loud, maybe in your head. I am calm, I am relaxed, I am grounded, I am safe, whatever it may be. Just gently beginning to rock your head side to side, bringing your ears towards your shoulders one at a time. Perhaps blinking open the eyes, finding a soft gaze. We'll bring both knees up, maybe with the help of your hands. Feet, soles of the feet planting down. Maybe a gentle rock through the pelvis, forward and back or side to side. We'll bring both knees into our chest. Give yourself a cuddle here, hold everything in. And maybe come to a visualization here of when you felt really held, really safe, really nurtured. So this might be a person that's made you feel that way, a place, a memory. So just tapping into that now, into that safe space. Maybe a deep breath, feeling your belly against your thighs. When you feel ready, we'll lower our right sole down onto the earth. Bring our left ankle across our left knee, finding a figure 4 here. Beginning to press your left hand into the inner left knee. If you want a little more sensation through the glute here, you can lift the leg up, reaching for the right shin or the right back of the leg. And maybe finding a gentle bit of rocking here, side to side or forward and back. Again, feeling your spine, just gently grounding down beneath you. Smiling open through the collarbones, maybe smiling softly to yourself. We'll slowly lower our right foot back down onto the earth, still keeping the cross of the left leg. And we'll gently send our legs over towards the right side so that that left foot plants down gently, finding just a gentle side stretch here, lower back stretch. Perhaps palms to the ceiling to receive that calming energy, or maybe palms facing down again to feel grounding. Slow, soft engage through the core to draw your legs back to center, and just gently let those knees cross over towards the left this time. That left ankle on top of the right knee, just acting as a little anchoring force to make that felt sensation through the lower back a little more intense. Slowly engaging the core to come back to center. Extend both legs to the ceiling, flexing, pointing the feet a couple of times just to get that blood moving up towards the toes. And then this time we'll plant our left foot onto the ground, our right ankle onto the left knee this time. A little bit of pressure of the right hand into the inner right knee. Or maybe again, reaching through the legs, finding a little bit more of a stretch through our glute here in our figure 4. Gentle rocks to anchor us down. Some deep breaths into any areas of tension. Gently smiling through the chest, smiling on our face. Slowly release our left sole down. This time let those legs just slowly drift over to the left. So that that right foot gently lowers down into our lower back stretch. Engaging through our core to draw ourselves back to center, and then let everything fall gently over towards the right. Perhaps that right foot just acting as a gentle anchor on top of the left knee to feel a little more sensation through the left seam of the body. You're welcome to change any postures today that we cover. Know that this is your safe space. And that anything that doesn't serve you, you're welcome to change. This is your practice. Go within here and come into anything that feels good to you in this moment. Gently coming back to center here. Slowly lowering the right foot down. We'll bring our knees into chest again for a nice warm embrace. And then you can rock over to your side to help yourself come up, or just gently rock up and down the spine. Nice little massage here. We're going to come into our all fours position whenever you are ready. So maybe coming over those knees, finding our all fours position here. Knees tracking under hips, wrists tracking under shoulders. And we'll begin coming into our cat-cows. Think of spreading your fingertips wide on your mat, anchoring down through our index finger and our thumb. Maybe a little lift of navel up towards your spine, and as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the eye gaze, open through your chest. As you exhale, round through the spine, send your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the eye gaze, smile your chest. Exhale, round through the spine. Perhaps creating some circles here. Just waking up through the wrists, putting a little more pressure on them here. Or if you prefer, just rippling side to side, forward and back. You might even like to close the eyes here, letting go of whatever you think this might look like, and focusing on embodying this experience and really feeling into every motion here. When you're ready, we'll tuck our toes and ripple back into our active child's pose here. Reaching the fingertips forward, maybe doming the hands as if you're holding an orange. Perhaps our forehead relaxes down, maybe massaging softly into your third eye. Sending those sit bones back down towards your heels. And when you're ready, slowly coming up, planting hands once more. We'll tuck our toes, reach our bottom height to the ceiling to find our first downward facing dog. You might drop into stillness straight away here, or it might feel good to you to gently walk out your dog. If you'd like to come with me, as you inhale, raise to the toes, bend through the knees, and just let your heels drop over to the right. Feeling a quite deep stretch through the whole left seam of the body. Maybe even sticking your bottom out, reaching your elbow up and finding that nice open chest towards the ceiling. Slowly lowering down, lifting heels back to center, lifting them up again, bending through the knees. Rock those heels over to the left this time, maybe staying here. Or perhaps again, lifting the elbows, sticking out your bottom, feeling a nice stretch. Hand comes back to center. When you are ready here, we're going to come forward into a plank position. So you might like to stay in an active plank pose here, or perhaps lower to the knees, still engaging through the core, but a little bit less intense here. Planting down the hands, perhaps tucking those toes back down if you are on your knees. And we'll very slowly lower all the way down to our bellies, keeping those elbows nice and tight next to our side ribs. We'll lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let yourself relax here, perhaps forward to the earth. Let the arms relax by the sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to come into our locust pose here. As you inhale, think of pressing your big toe mounds down into the earth, pressing down through your pubic bone, and then lifting your chest high, active through the hands, reaching them back towards your toes. If you're good here, you might even like to squeeze your legs together as if it's a mermaid tail and reach your thighs off the mat, reach your toes back behind you, lift through the chest here, keeping a nice long neck. Squeezing everything back, staying nice and active. Feel your glutes and your lower back engaged. Slowly lowering all the way back down. Palms come down next to your chest. Engage through the core, lifting navel to spine. Press back through your all fours position and back to your downward facing dog. Our right knee comes into our chest here. Place your right foot between your hands and lower down onto your left knee. Reaching for our lizard position now. So we'll walk our right foot out nice and wide on our mat. Perhaps bring the top of your left foot down. And then you can either stay here on your fingertips, maybe bringing hands to thighs if you want a little more opening through that left psoas. Otherwise, coming down onto your elbows. If you'd like a cushion or a blanket or something to bring the floor up to you, go right ahead. Just let everything sink down here. Take a couple of deep breaths and just repeat to yourself that mantra from the beginning, whatever one resonated. I am calm, I am grounded, I am here. Take a couple of breaths. It might even feel nice to bring that right hand inside the right knee and just gently press open the knee. Maybe even a little twist through the chest, reaching your heart to the ceiling. If you want to engage and stretch out your quad a little more, perhaps bending up the back knee, reaching for the left toes, and again shining your chest towards the ceiling. Wherever you've chosen to go today, just take one more cycle of breath. Slowly release that leg if you lifted, release the right hand down, and then walking everything over towards the left side, we'll pick up that back leg. Walk over, finding a wide-legged forward fold here. So anchoring down first, thinking of grounding down to the outer blade of both feet. Letting yourself relax forward, maybe palms to the ground, or perhaps grabbing opposing elbows, feeling really anchored here. Let your whole back just elongate here, decompress, nice long neck. Perhaps a gentle rocking side to side, or if you prefer, just finding stillness. Maybe bending and straightening your legs, or keeping a bend through the legs if that feels better for you here. One more cycle of breath. And then walk to find lizard on our left leg this time. So once those hands come towards the left side, walking that left foot over towards the outer side of the mat again, coming onto the back toe, lowering the knee down. Perhaps top of the foot lowers, and again, finding whatever variation you did on the other side, perhaps hands on the thigh, maybe staying up on your fingers or finding that cushion or coming onto your elbows. And feel free again to close down the eyes and just notice if you're still holding any tension through the jaw, try and breathe some relaxation there now. If you brought the hand to the inner knee on the other side, maybe trying that on this side. Gentle opening through the knee. Gentle twisting of the heart up. Maybe bending through the back leg and reaching around. Wherever you are, maybe closing the eyes if that feels safe to you. And again, on your exhale breath, just repeating that mantra to yourself. Maybe out loud, maybe in your head. Slowly releasing wherever you were, coming back up, tucking the back toe. And again, walk around to the right this time to come into, again, that forward, that wide-legged forward fold. This time, it might feel nice to reach your arms back behind you, perhaps clasping the hands together, squeezing the palms together. Maybe keeping the arms bent or straightening and sending them over your head slightly. Again, it might feel nice to rock or bend and straighten the legs. Really trying to firmly press into the outer blades of the feet to stay nice and grounded. Perhaps even thinking about pressing your feet into opposite directions as if you're trying to rip your mat in half, and notice how the legs start to light up here. Perhaps letting everything dangle a little more for the final moment here. And then slowly releasing, letting those hands drizzle back down, walking over towards your right foot, coming onto the back toe. And we're going to bring both feet up towards the top of our mat now. So both feet come to meet at the top. Then walk them about hip distance here. Come into our Uttanasana forward fold. Letting everything dangle for a moment. Perhaps grabbing those opposing elbows. Couple of breaths here. Bringing our feet back towards each other, toes come together, heels stay a little wide here, bend through the legs. Swipe those fingertips next to your ankles and we'll find our Utkatasana chair pose here. So sitting down nice and low. Traditionally, arms can reach up to the ceiling. If that doesn't feel good through the shoulders, perhaps just releasing them gently out in front of you. Feeling nice and strong in this pose here. Feel those quadriceps light up and think maybe about lifting your lower belly up away from your upper thighs. Relaxing through the collarbones, relaxing through the jaw. See if you can just find the edges of that discomfort. Lean into it a little more and know that you are safe here. Take another deep breath. And we'll stand all the way up. Grounding down through our left foot here, we'll lift our right knee up slightly. And we're going to find that figure 4 shape we did in our reclined position to begin with. So our right ankle comes onto our left knee this time. And just bending here, trying to feel nice and stable. Imagine as if your body is like a tree. So it grows up here, but it also grows down deep into the soil, really grounding ourselves here as if we're the roots of a tree. It might feel good just to stay where you are here, or perhaps stand a little taller in a tree variation. Or if it feels okay, you might even like to Begin to drape your torso forward over your leg, keeping a soft bend through the left knee. And again, if you need to, you can always bring the floor up towards you by using blocks, a cushion, a blanket, but trying to find comfort in whatever position you found yourself in here. Take some deep breaths. Notice any inner dialogue you're having with yourself, and see if you can replace it with one of those mantras, whatever one stuck with you at the beginning of practice. Slowly begin to ground down through that left leg, standing all the way up the way we came down, hovering that right foot for a moment, releasing it down, and just letting everything shake here. Releasing through the pelvis, and when you're ready, finding that stillness, we'll come into that on the other side. So when you're ready, that left leg lifts this time, bringing the left ankle on the right knee. Whoops. And again, finding whatever variation you did on the other side. Perhaps sinking low, perhaps draping yourself forward, finding comfort in whatever position you find yourself here. Breathe some relaxation into places of tension. Come back to your breath if you find your mind chattering away at you once more. Anchor in your breath and anchor in your mantra. About 2 more cycles of breath here. And you're ready, engage through your core to slowly stand all the way up. Hovering that left leg for a moment. Slowly releasing, giving everything a little wriggle side to side. On your next inhale, reach the arms for the ceiling. Exhale, breath, let everything slowly lower. Fingertips to shins, halfway lift, cobra through the spine. Exhale, breath, plant the hands. Press back into your plank position, knees or toes. And either coming all the way down to your belly or coming through a chaturanga half push-up. We'll find our cobra or our up dog position here. Really feel nice and strong standing on your hands here. Anchor down, ground down. As you exhale, we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Right leg reaches for the sky. Right knee to nose. Plant the right foot down. Angle that back foot down 90 degree and cartwheel into our warrior 2 position. Just experiment here with yourself. Perhaps bringing the palms to face up, perhaps bending through the elbows. Just notice what feels more cozy here. Whatever feels good. Maybe it's moving, maybe it's finding stillness. Try and make the pose your own. And then thinking extended side angle. Bringing our forearm onto our right thigh. Reaching the arm either up to the ceiling or perhaps overhead. Really anchoring down through the whole left side of the body. So grounding down through the outer blade of the left foot. Eye gaze can lift if it feels okay on the neck. Grounding down into your feet. Slowly make your way up. And then bringing your eye gaze down towards that right foot. Bring our hands down to frame. Press back into our plank once more. And either coming straight to down dog or perhaps coming through another flow here. Straight away, that left leg reaches to the ceiling this time. Left knee to nose. Plant the left foot down. Ground down through that right foot, finding our warrior 2 legs, cartwheeling up. Grounding down into the outer blade of the right foot. That left knee just peers over towards the left pinky toe side. Perhaps bending the elbows, lifting the palms, finding some movement, finding stillness, whatever makes this shape feel like yours. Feel nice and cozy. And repeat that mantra to yourself. I am grounded. Just notice how strong and secure you feel in this pose. And then coming into our extended side angle, left forearm onto left knee. Reach the arm up to the sky or overhead, perhaps lifting the eye gaze, grounding down through both feet, feeling that gentle opening through that right seam of the body. Perhaps notice if you're carrying any tension through the neck or the jawline here, and just let it dissipate. Pressing firmly into our feet, using our core to come all the way up into our warrior two, and then bringing those hands down to frame the left foot, finding plank or down dog, perhaps coming through a flow here. We'll all meet into our down dog. Look to the hands, raise to the toes, bend through the knees, and you can step or maybe float up towards your hands, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, bend through the knees and find your Utkatasana chair position for the final time. If you're not feeling really grounded here, you can bring those feet a little wider, perhaps hip distance. Sometimes it can feel a little more open and spread and centering to have those legs a little wider. So feel free to do that. Lift navel to spine, perhaps lower those arms, even maybe to hips. Just experiment here, see what feels organic and good here. Feel strong, feel secure, feel safe. One more breath. Slowly lower into our forward fold. We're going to bring our feet as wide as our mat here, toes point out, heels slightly in. Bending through those legs and we'll come into our Malasana squat. I'll turn to face you so you can see. So we've got our elbows into our knees, knees into our elbows, hands press against each other and broaden through our chest. You might like to sit on blocks or cushions here to make this a little bit more restorative, or to bring that floor up to you. It might feel good to gently open the arms, find a stretch. See what feels good to you here. It might even feel nice to close the eyes and come back to our breath, our body sensations, and our mantra. I am grounded. I am centered. I am calm. One more cycle of breath. Think of our spine growing tall like branches of a tree, and our feet growing down into the earth like roots. Slowly releasing down onto our bottom. We'll come into our Paschimottanasana forward fold. It might feel good to have something underneath your legs here, keeping a soft bend through the knees, or perhaps sitting on something to elevate the pelvis slightly. Wherever you are, hands next to our glutes to ground down and really grow that spine tall, open through the chest. Soft smile to yourself, keeping this nice expansion through the spine. Gently drizzling your belly over your thighs, keeping the knees as bent as feels good. Perhaps going a little inward if that feels okay to you. Take some deep breaths. sensation. You can drop into stillness or move as much as you like to make this feel cozy and comfortable. Let go of any expectations. Drop into what feels good in your body. Repeat to yourself your mantra. Feel your pelvis spread on the ground. Feel your hands down on the earth, spreading fingertips wide. Feel your center, your power center, navel draws to spine. Our shoulders drop away from our ears. One more breath here. However you'd like, you can begin to make your way back down into a reclined position. Bring our feet as wide as the mat once more, our knees teepee in towards each other. Just bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. Let this be a reminder to you of your breath. Feel your hand lift with each breath. Breathe deep down into the depths of your belly. Perhaps feeling your heartbeat or a gentle expansion through the chest as you breathe here as well. Feel your back body rooted down onto the earth. Feel your feet grounding down. When you feel ready, bring your knees into your chest. Feel that embrace. Know that you are safe, you are loved, you are grounded. Feel free to come into any other postures your body is craving, perhaps a twist, a happy baby, whatever feels good. And grab whatever you need here to make yourself feel cozy and comfortable for your Shavasana, perhaps a blanket, a pillow, maybe some cozy socks, whatever you'd like. Sending our legs as wide as the mat, our arms wide, our palms facing up to receiving this calming, grounding energy, or perhaps down on the earth to feel that support, that grounding energy. Begin to breathe those slow, deep breaths that we started with today. See if you can breathe your mantra into every space of your body. Stay here for as long as you'd like, just to let your mantra and the practice wash over your entire being. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.